Chaos broke out as Gervonta Davis attacked Lamont Roach after their rematch controversy. The fight was even more intense than expected. In the first matchup, most believed Tank would dominate, but Roach shocked everyone and almost pulled off the biggest upset of the year. He had victory within reach until referee Steve Willis ignored a clear knockdown, resulting in a majority draw.
Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinsky scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Lamont has been pushing for a rematch to prove he was the rightful winner, but Tank kept avoiding it. Now, with a rematch clause forcing an immediate fight, Tank lost it, rushing at Roach and throwing punches outside the ring. The whole scene was pure chaos. Let's break it down.
Tell them show where you at. You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia money too.
Gervonta Davis attacked Lamont Roach after Roach's legal team confirmed that Tank has no way out of an immediate rematch.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we can get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next. We might see it in a minute.
Yes, you heard that right. Ever since their first fight ended in a shocking draw, Gervonta has been doing everything possible to avoid the rematch. And it's clear why. He knows something went wrong. He misjudged Lamont, and Lamont's power nearly cost him his undefeated record.
Man, he got lucky as a draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, he gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my God.
But god damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Now Davis isn't willing to risk it all again until he comes up with a solid game plan to beat Roach. That's why he's been stalling and downplaying the rematch, claiming it might not even happen this year.
Be a boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take it?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's gonna be soon. I'm hoping it's gonna be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
On the other hand, Lamont Roach has been pushing for a rematch, refusing to let a controversial draw define his career. Let's be real, after what happened in round 9, Roach has every right to call for a rematch. If you missed it, here's what went down. Gervonta Davis took a knee, which should have been ruled a knockdown. That moment alone could have handed Lamont the win, but referee Steve Willis completely overlooked it. The entire fight world saw it. Analysts broke it down frame by frame, and even hardcore Tank fans couldn't deny that something was off. The ref's decision spared Gervonta from his first official loss, and instead, the fight was ruled a majority draw.
Honestly, I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Here's where things get even wilder. Before the fight, Lamont Roach revealed that Gervonta Davis made him sign a rematch clause. The clause stated that if the fight ended in a draw or if Lamont won, an immediate rematch would be triggered.
I already signed. My first contract is signed for an immediate rematch in the case of a draw or if I win. So I'm already contractually signed to a rematch. It's on him. I hope we can get it done because I want to show the world again that wasn't.
This isn't anything new. Many champions include a rematch clause when their titles are on the line. For instance, after Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., the rematch clause kicked in right away, and they had to fight again. The same happened with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. It's common for champions to add a rematch clause to protect their belts, and Tank did the same.
I feel like you got a certain confidence about this fight that I've interviewed a few different Tank opponents. Everybody gonna say like, yeah, you know, everybody say this and that's what you're supposed to say, right? Like I'm going into a fight. I don't think people thinking they're gonna lose, but it just feels like you have a different confidence than most other people. Where do you feel like that comes from?
That's just how I'm wired, bro. I ain't never backed down from nothing. I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So why would it change?
But here's the twist. Gervonta never thought he'd actually need it. He went into the fight thinking he'd easily handle Roach. So, when it ended in a draw, he quickly started backing off.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know. But you gotta go to the gym and, you know, get back to the drawing board and, you know, train a little harder.
After the fight, Lamont's lawyers wasted no time filing a lawsuit against Steve Willis for his poor officiating. They pushed for the New York State Athletic Commission to review the fight and overturn the decision.
Hey man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, you know, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
And guess what? It actually worked to some extent. The NYSAC reviewed the fight footage and admitted that a lot went wrong that night. One of the biggest mistakes was what the playback footage revealed.
The New York State Athletic Commission makes a statement yesterday that they're going to be reviewing Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, 9th round, knockdown, not a knockdown, whatever, to see what the final ruling on their part is going to be. New York State Athletic Commission has been busy. The Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia shit, now Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. We'll see what they decide in this situation. I think ultimately with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they made the correct decision, overturning Ryan Garcia's victory. We'll see what they decide here with Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Me, myself, personally, I think that it's a very tricky situation. And it deserves a full video, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get all my thoughts out in this video. But I do want to ask everyone watching this video, what do you think? Do you think they should overturn the decision and award Lamont Roach the victory? Do you think because of all the controversy, they should throw the draw out and declare it a no contest? Do you think they should do nothing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll give mine in another video, but New York State Athletic Commission reviewing the Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, 9th round controversy. Let me know your thoughts. See you soon.
See you soon, peace. During a controversial moment, Officials are supposed to use playback footage to confirm what really happened. But in this fight, they didn't even check the replay. If they had, the knee incident in round 9 would have been reviewed properly, and Lamont Roach would have been declared the winner.
A great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take the knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
The NYSAC recognized this as a major mistake on their part. They also admitted that Steve Willis made some questionable calls throughout the fight, and his biased refereeing had a significant impact on the final decision.
Oh, whoa. That's when he tried biting. I ain't even noticed that till somebody said something. Somebody said he tried to bite me. I ain't know none of that shit till somebody said that shit after the fight. And look, they talking about it.
Oh, whoa. Or it's another comparison I don't want to make to Mike Tyson, but...
Now that's crazy. That's what he do. He get dirty. He know that heat coming.
But here's the catch. The NYSAC and WBA still didn't overturn the draw. They admitted their mistakes but let the decision stand. That's when Lamont's legal team kept pushing. If the NYSAC wasn't going to fix the issue, they were going to force Tank back into the ring another way. That's when they found the biggest loophole. Gervonta is also bound by the rematch clause. Yep, you heard that right. The rematch clause applies to both fighters. Tank thought he could walk away and fight someone else, but according to the contract he signed, he has no choice but to face Roach again. And when this news broke, Tank completely lost it. As expected, he's having a full social media meltdown. Since the rematch clause was exposed, he's been going off, posting cryptic messages, calling Lamont a fraud, and even hinting that the fight world is against him.
What are your thoughts on the draw, and who do you think won?
You know what, honestly, I haven't watched the fight. We had a show that night. I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner. I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation.
But let's be real. Tank isn't mad at Lamont. He's mad because this time he can't just pick an easy fight. That's what he's been doing lately, and let's not pretend otherwise. His last fight before Roach was against Frank Martin, and let's be honest, Frank wasn't even close to Tank's level. It was an easy payday, a fight where Tank barely broke a sweat. He's been avoiding big names like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson because those fights actually put his record at risk. When it came to Roach, he thought it was just another easy night.
I'm gonna beat his ass if y'all talking.
Not at all. Never. Nothing. Y'all fucked up. When do I look like getting fucked up? Okay. That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing. No way. He gonna
gonna pay for it. I guarantee he paid for it. I guarantee he paid for it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Come to the fight. Come to the fight. Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
It's me and you, folks. Tank. It's me and you, folks.
But Lamont came ready. Unlike Frank Martin, Lamont had sparred with Gervonta before, so he knew exactly what he was up against. The strengths, the weaknesses, everything. And unlike Tank, Lamont didn't get overconfident. He walked in with a solid game plan that worked. Now Tank's feeling the pressure because he knows he can't let this happen again.
All the talk throughout the years, what you would do against somebody like Tank, your style versus his, was that not the blueprint? And can you not do 10x that?
I'm not even going to shit on her, but look, I want some money tonight. That's all I'm happy for. I want money tonight.
Shakur, tell us something, bro. Like, what did you think about the decision?
I ain't going to shit on him.
Okay.
We still got to see each other. He say he want to fight me, so we going to fight.
But what do you think about the decision?
I told Lamont won.
You thought Lamont won. Got you. I'll talk to you later, Shakur. Good looking.
Lamont Roach is already putting in the work for the rematch, and this time, it's on his terms. First off, here's the big win. Steve Willis won't be the referee this time.
So obviously the part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own, you know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially, just like the grease in the eye? But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before
you jabbed him.
Before I jabbed him. Even that right hand that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then, right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like, it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say, it's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you could see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So, right.
You say you don't think he willing though.
Whatever. See, but who cares? Like, sweat gonna get in your eye, blood gonna get in your eye.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Spit fuck around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on, ref. You can't do that.
Right. Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, he can't do the next fight.
Right.
No.
Pops, it's a no?
Hell no.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Yeah. You know how many Coach Ben on him, man. He lucky he ain't running Coach Ben after that fight.
But look how many times he fucked the fight up though. The knee, him going to the corner to get assistance, like, who knows? Not saying that they did any cheating shit or nothing like that. But like, he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that.
Right.
That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref will be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's off.
That's right. The same ref who conveniently ignored Tank taking a knee in the 9th round. The same ref who let Gervonta get away with holding and clinching when things got tough. He's out. Lamont's team made sure of that.
Did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must ain't do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
But let's be clear, this isn't just about poor officiating. Roach showed he was the better fighter in that ring. His footwork was top tier, and his shot selection was precise. He wasn't just throwing punches. He was thinking strategically. He controlled the distance with his lead hand, timed his counters flawlessly, and every time Tank tried to set him up, Lamont slipped out and made him pay.
Step him up.
The biggest factor here, Lamont's composure. When Tank couldn't land his signature power shots, he got frustrated. Meanwhile, Roach stuck to the game plan, picked his spots, and made Tank look ordinary. And if he did it once, he can do it again, this time under fairer conditions. Roach is ready to show the world he's the real deal and take Tank's undefeated record. This whole rematch situation is getting out of hand. Gervonta Davis is literally attacking Lamont Roach after being cornered into a fight he's been avoiding. Tank thought he could escape, but the rematch clause locked him in. Now, he's losing it. The fight world has been demanding a rematch, and whether Tank likes it or not, it's happening. Now the real question is, will Gervonta come back stronger and prove he's still the king of the division? Or will Roach outclass him again and possibly ruin his legacy? What do you think? Does Tank really fear running it back, or is he just stalling to come back better? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more boxing updates. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. See you in the next one.